You remember the sound of that old medicine cabinet creaking open? Or the way the pink tiles felt cool under your feet in the summer? Back then, bathrooms weren't just places to get ready. They had personality. Color on the walls, shag on the floor, and sometimes a little fancy soap you weren't allowed to touch. Today, we're going back in time to look at 10 things you'd find in almost every boomer bathroom. Some were useful, some were just for looks, but all of them bring back that warm, familiar feeling of home. Let's take a look. 1. Pink tile everything. If you grew up in a house built before the 70s, chances are at least one bathroom was pink. Not just the walls, the whole thing. Tile, tub, toilet, even the sink. It all started with First Lady Mamie Eisenhower, who loved pink so much it became known as Mamie Pink. After that, it was everywhere. Today, people go for all white or gray, but pink tile, that was bold. That was cheerful. That was home. 2. Colored toilet paper? Yes, it was real. Toilet paper in colors like baby blue, mint green, and peach. People matched it to their tile or towels. It made bathrooms feel fancy, like you really thought about every little detail. But in the 80s, folks started worrying about dyes, and it just became cheaper to make everything white. Still, there's something magical about a roll of pastel pink TP. 3. Shaggy bathroom rugs. Thick, fuzzy rugs that wrapped around the toilet base and matched the floor. Mat by the tub, soft, warm, kind of tricky to wash. But back then, they were everywhere. They came in avocado green, mustard yellow, or dusty rose, just like the rest of the house. These days, we think more about mold and mess, but those old shag rugs sure made cold tile floors a little easier to walk on. 4. Toilet lid and tank covers. The matching didn't stop with rugs. Boomers took it all the way, putting soft covers on the lid and the tank. Sometimes even the tissue box got a matching hat. It sounds funny now, but it made bathrooms feel cozy, like the toilet itself was dressed for company. It was all about making the space feel warm, soft, and put together. 5. Fancy Avon soaps. You probably weren't allowed to use them. Tiny rose-shaped soaps or little seashells sitting in a glass dish on the counter. They were from Avon or gifted by a neighbor. Smelled nice, looked even nicer. And they sat there for years, getting dusty, slowly shrinking but never thrown away. Because they weren't just soap. They were decoration. 6. In medicine cabinets with mirrors. Before fancy vanities and sleek LED mirrors, there was that cabinet. You opened the mirror with a little click, and inside were tiny glass shelves filled with cotton balls, Band-Aids, Vicks, and aspirin. Sometimes it rattled. Sometimes the mirror had a little rust around the edges. But it got the job done. Those old cabinets were like a time capsule, holding little pieces of family life. 7. Wild wallpaper. Bathrooms were loud back then. Bold prints, big colors, paisleys, flowers, maybe even jungle leaves if someone was feeling adventurous. Why not? It was a small room. You could take risks. Nowadays, we paint everything white or beige. But there was something fun about those old walls, like stepping into a tiny private party. 8. Built-in toothbrush holders and soap dishes. You ever see those ceramic pieces built right into the wall? One for your soap, another for toothbrushes, and sometimes even a little cup holder. They were part of the tile itself. Simple, tidy, and made to last. Today, most people just toss a plastic cup on the sink, but those built-ins had character. 9. Pull chain toilets. Okay, not every house had these, but the old ones did. The tank was up high near the ceiling, and you had to pull a chain to flush. It felt dramatic, like something out of an old movie. Eventually, they were replaced with modern toilets that took up less space. But if you ever pulled that chain, you remember the whoosh. 10. Bath oil beads. Tiny little pearls in a glass dish by the tub. You'd drop one in, and it melted into oil, filling the room with scent. It made the bath feel like a spa, luxurious and relaxing. Some were shaped like hearts or seashells just for fun. They faded out by the 90s, replaced by gels and body wash. But for a while, they were the height of home pampering. Bathrooms today might be more modern, sleek, clean, and efficient. But something's missing. The heart, maybe. The weird little details that made a house feel lived in. If you remember even one of these, tell us in the comments. Or better yet, snap a photo if it's still in your house. And hey, if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, give us a like, subscribe, and join us next time here on Retro Nest, where we never stop remembering.